Oh Lord, forgive me for my sins. Forgive me for partaking in the console wars. Forgive me for my profuse sweating, unfiltered delivery of the truth. But most of all, Lord, forgive me for making humanity drown in the
Every week, the veneer cracks, the facade crumbles, and I lather myself in the sweet nectar of the stars! You know what really is a move for the players? Crossplay, removing barriers between platforms so people across them can play together. You know what isn't for the players? The bullshit that Sony has been pulling. Last generation Xbox came out to tear down those barriers and open gaming for everyone. PlayStation kept on resisting. And pitifully, some fanboys are contorting themselves to go as far as defending them for taking away features from them. What? Pathetic. As part of the lawsuit between Epic and Apple, some saucy information is coming out, and with it the shocking revelation that Sony makes developers pay for crossplay depending on the revenue they generate. For the shareholders. Epic has also confirmed that Sony is the only platform that requires Epic to pay compensation for crossplay. Epic agreed to pay these additional fees to enable crossplay in Fortnite. The levels of greed, bruv! Check out these incredible email exchanges between Sony and Epic. This is a very rare glimpse into the behind closed doors communications between these two companies. This is an email from Epic's Tim Sweeney to Sony's Phil Rosenberg, and he says, "Many Fortnite players are kids, and their friendships are being torn apart by Sony's segregation of players on competing platforms." Yeah, Sony, what's up with that? Didn't Jim Ryan initially say he was against crossplay because he was thinking about the children? Oh, Jim! Epic also said to PlayStation, "I can't think of a scenario where Epic doesn't get what we want." The possibility went out of the door when Fortnite became the biggest game on PlayStation. Jeez! That Fortnite money has really caused Epic's balls to get swole and drop right into PlayStation's mouth! If it wasn't for Epic and Microsoft with Fortnite and Minecraft, both of which have huge player pools that Sony could not afford to ignore, Sony would have just stayed the course and not allowed crossplay. Sony, how is it that you make Microsoft, the big bad multi-trillion-dollar corporation, look much better than you? The PlayStation Mafia is real. Shit. But hold on a sec. This doesn't look good on Epic's part either. Oh no. No. One of the things that's quite interesting is, despite its bravado, Epic is so desperate to appease Sony. And you can see this from all the proposals it floats Sony's way to butter them up and convince them to drop their stance on crossplay. Some of the stuff here should really raise a few eyebrows. Check this out. This is what Epic said to Sony. Epic goes out of its way to make Sony look like the heroes. Heroes? Who types this in an email? It gets worse. You, Sony, get to pick when, where, how. I'm sorry, what? Epic, why are you offering to make PlayStation look like the hero when it's PlayStation that despises crossplay? This is some House of Cards level shit. Hey Epic, why don't you give them a happy ending whilst you're at it? And it keeps going. Listen to this. We give you the data you are asking for. The marketing data ask. What data is PlayStation asking for? If I were Microsoft, I would be a little bit concerned here. Shady! You know what? Everything makes so much sense now. The deal between Epic and Sony, the Unreal Engine 5 tech demo, and the lengths Epic was going to love up the PS5. If Epic were going to toss PlayStation off over Crossplay, can you imagine the Herculean leaps they would make when actual money changed hands? Meanwhile, in a move that is actually for the players, Xbox announced even more games that will benefit from the amazing boost mode on the new Series console. Now, there are 97 games that give players the option to boost their frame rates for. In other news, Xbox Game Pass is absolutely killing it, despite attempts by some people to really try and hate on it. The service is garnering so much goodwill from fans and developers. In our podcast with the lovely technical director at Codemasters, David Springate, he explained how much of a game changer Game Pass has been for Dirt 5. What's the impact been for Dirt 5 and Game Pass?
It's been absolutely fantastic. Just fantastic.
Yeah,
but in terms of player counts, I'm not going to give a number because I'm sure I can be wrong, but it was shockingly huge. It was crazy. So previously we were looking at the player graph for daily, and we're like, oh, okay, cool, this is going really well, and then suddenly, Game Pass, and it was crazy.
Or you may have come across some people concerned trolling about the Xbox Series S and how it's holding back next-gen gaming. Well, David puts all those concerns to rest too. Check this out.
What about the Xbox Series S? There's a lot of conversation around more so fans than developers, but do you see that as any kind of hindrance going forward, or is that powerful in all the right places?
I think it's absolutely fine in all the right places. Love my Series S, it's absolutely great. The thing, and one of them is higher. At the end of the day, you should expect that Series S should be targeting 1440p or 1080p, and that's it. Like none of the other specs are really that different. So all you've got to do is dial down the render resolutions. Maybe you're going to chop off some post-processing effects. That's it. Series S is an incredible value proposition.
Xbox isn't resting on its laurels, not at all. Now there are reports of Xbox working with several third-party developers for exclusives for Xbox, as if its slate of first-party studios weren't enough. Apparently, Xbox and IO Interactive, the creators behind the Hitman series, are working on an ambitious AAA fantasy RPG with a focus on co-op play called Project Dragons. If that wasn't enough, there are rumors of an exclusive Star Wars game coming to Xbox. Some are saying it's got something to do with The Mandalorian. Check out my buddy Cole Eastwood's excellent video on these rumored titles and also the exciting first-party title being worked at by In Exile, linked in the description below. If you watch our dank Go Live shows, you will know that there have been rumors abound about Hideo Kojima, the man behind the legendary Metal Gear Solid series, and Xbox working together. We have had various in-industry guests who are pretty sure this is happening. From Jeff Grubb of GamesBeat, to Miles Dompier of Windows Central, to Colin Moriarty. Listen to what Colin Moriarty had to say about the prospect of this happening.
This is the deal that Sony needs to make sure it does not happen. That partnership is really important to the optics of PlayStation's strength in Japan. And I don't think Phil Spencer does anything by accident. The Indiana Jones stuff he was teasing for a long time in the background. All of these things matter, and I just think that would be a very destructive thing to Sony's repertoire of games this generation, although I do think that he is going to go with Microsoft.
In some good news for the PlayStation, Returnal released last week for the PS5, and it has been met with positive critical acclaim, even though a lot of the reviewers didn't actually finish the game. I think Returnal is actually a bit of a classic, but the lack of a save feature is a bit of a piss take. Check out Ace's preview on the channel, but a half-decent run in this game takes 2 to 3 hours, even longer. So imagine devoting that much time into a game, which you have to do to get anywhere in this game, and then have your progress completely wiped because the game crashes, you encounter a bug, or there's an update for the game that makes you lose all that time. But it gets worse. Housemarque have released a statement asking players not to play the game until their next update is out. When was the last time that happened? £70! £70 for this game. People, E3 is only a few weeks away, The biggest gaming show of the year. This is like the gamers' version of Christmas. We hopefully get to see some incredible exclusive games in action. PlayStation is unfortunately not attending, but I'm sure they're too busy hustling someone for money somewhere. I kid. But damn, this could be one of the best E3s for Xbox gamers. Whatever the case, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll be ramping up our content here at Gameondaily, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't already to swim in the sauce.